I think we're fortunate to get out of this one with a victory today. I thought Canisius played very hard and put ourselves in some situations that we hadn't faced in that first round game against Hobart. And I'm hopeful that we'll learn from this. It's a young team that just needs game time experience, and some of these situations are just going to have to come as we continue to keep playing games. And we've tried to introduce them through practices, but you really can't replicate some of the stuff that Canisius did out there today. And to their credit, they did a great job of putting a lot of pressure on both sides of the field, offensively and defensively. And I think we feel fortunate to have come out here with a win today. But I think the bottom line is we came here to get a win against a quality opponent like Canisius. I think we can only look ahead now, 2-0 with the next game against Army. Hopefully, with knowing that we got a lot of work to do, but with confidence, knowing that we are 2-0 now, and with the understanding that we got a lot to do heading into this Army game. I think if we look at the positive performances individually, Roy Lang in the offensive end stood out. I thought he really did a good job of just being aggressive with the ball on his stick. Had 2 or 3 real nice dodges, 2 for goals at crucial times in the game. So I'd certainly highlight him, and I think he came out of that Hobart game very disappointed with his performance. So kudos to him for working hard on Monday out on the field and in the film room to make sure that he got better here today. And then defensively, I'd say Pierce Durkak, he did such a good job of commanding the respect in the middle and picking up a ton of ground balls and extra possessions for our team. So I would say that between Pierce and Roy Lang, we really got a big boost with those 2 individuals, and they've really started to emerge as leaders of our team. It's early season. I think that shows, on the field today. Both teams threw the ball away a ton, a lot of unforced errors, but there were also a lot of forced errors. I thought, Canisius in particular did a good job of stretching out and knocked the ball to the ground a ton, and to the credit of our defense, I thought they did a pretty good job of getting out and putting Canisius under a tremendous amount of pressure. So it's obvious that both teams need to get outside and spend a little bit more time on just doing some of the fundamental things, the details. And I think it's some of it that you can expect. It's early season, but some of it is maybe just a lack of focus that we need to kind of cue in on as we move forward, because we don't want to throw the ball away and give the ball back that many times. I felt like in the third quarter especially, we gave the ball back probably 6 or 7 times in some unforced errors and some opportunities that we probably could have taken advantage and taken a hold of the game, that we just kept giving the ball back to Canisius. And to their credit, they stayed right in there and made it a game. It was a 2-goal game in the fourth quarter, and I think you can credit part of what they did in terms of their persistence, but also part of what we did in throwing the ball away and just creating so many unforced errors in our offensive end especially, which gave them a tremendous amount of possession time that should have been in our offensive end. In the first 2 games, we just, in a number of games, we just understand that our defense is, that's where the maturity is, and we're just going to have to play like a mature team back there if we're going to have success. And Pierce Durkak and Andy McDonald and Max Feely have done a great job alongside of Austin Boykin and Shane O'Neill of really kind of holding down that end of the field. So credit those guys in the way they've played. They've played like veterans, and we've needed that kind of play defensively to give ourselves a little bit of momentum and certainly some confidence in the offensive end. And you need to have that kind of performance, especially when you're playing a freshman goalie. But credit AJ, I think in the first 2 games he's played like a veteran, and he's made the saves that we would hoped or expected he'd make. And he's over 50% save percentage in the first 2 games. So overall, we've been very pleased with their performance and feel like today was a very talented Canisius offense, and one that we needed to keep at bay, and holding them to 6 goals is certainly a credit to what they did and how they played today.